Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Welcome back, YouTube. And this evening it was just a little bit of a scouting hike today, because I'd like to see if I can find barn owls, or at least look to find a location for barn owls, so that I can then come back with my swivel stool and my tripod, etc. So today was just a scouting exercise. Bit of a spanner in the works to start with. Obviously sun sets in the west here, and I have the River Ada to the, still bloody flies, I have the River Ada to my east. Now the bridge behind me is the one I was going to take to get onto the east side, because the sun is in the west and I'd rather it light up the barn owls on the, oh, what's that flying? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a plane doing loopy loops. Sorry, that's better. The sun in my face. So I expected to be on that side of the river. You've got banks, and the other side of the banks you've got all the trees, all the hedges, goes off to woodland. This side it's fields of cows, and then ends up at farms and roads. So I really wanted that side, but from where I am I've got a fair hike to get to the next bridge. They've made it inaccessible, so I can't walk on it. It's not as if it's unsafe. They are just in the process of changing it. I'm not quite sure quite what or why for. And there's cow poo everywhere here too. And all these little flies, god damn it. Right, I need to find a way of crossing over, because I really don't want this side. Yeah, it's going to be a hike. Right, let's start with that. No, not let's start with that. Let's start with the fact is that it is 6:37. We've got about 2 hours until sunset. Sunset is at 8:22 tonight. We've got clear skies, we've got 3 mile-an-hour winds and 0 chance of rain. So this could be a perfect evening if I could just get to the other side. Let's see if I can double time it to the next bridge. Yeah, let's do that. Right, when I'm still staying up on the bank, because there are some places I can see the other side fields, and you know there are fields this side. There's a possibility that the barn owls would be, or any type of owl really, can also be on this side. But obviously that's the preferred side for lighting. But I'm going to walk up on the bank here. Got a couple of hours till it starts getting kind of sunset, then I've got about another 40 minutes till it's dark. But I'd like them to be out earlier. I don't know whether they will or not. It's not my forte, the barn owl, or any owl, as it happens. So yeah, on this bit of a scouting thing, I wasn't even going to bring the tripod for the action camera. God, these flies. I was just literally gonna bring a handheld little tripod. Obviously it'd be a lot lighter, and but I figured that I ended up not just bringing the binoculars, I ended up bringing my camera as well, just in case I was lucky enough to see any form of owl or any exciting wildlife. So then I figured, well, do I want my tripod? Let me just clean you, you look filthy. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. So I didn't want to start bringing loads of tripods. I was trying to go light, trying to make it easy, and you always get a little bit, how much do I take? And I always try and go as light as possible, especially now that I'm in my 50s. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I just kind of took it all just in case. But nowadays, I'm slowing down a bit, and my joints, especially my knee that I've broken twice, tends to not like too much weight these days. So I went with a trusty walking stick that I can use myself and the sticks. Hold on. I know they're mad tonight, aren't they?
Oh, it's like being in Scotland.
So God, it's thick of these flies here. So I just thought I'd bring a walking stick. God damn. Bring my walking stick and use me and the stick as a tripod for looking through binoculars and potentially resting the camera. Jeez, these flies. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if they're getting picked up on the camera or not. Fuck, poof. Should have brought my buff. So, yes. So I think it's just big enough that if I see wildlife and I want to get the camera out, I've got you on a bigger tripod that I can then stick to one side and film, and gorgeous cool. And then hopefully using my two legs and my stick I can rest the 150 to 600 Sigma lens on it and get some hopefully fairly judder free kind of footage. So I've got about another 10 minutes, 15 minutes till I get to cross over the river and then back out the other side. So I am gonna get a move on. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay. Right, let's cross over, head up the other side. Right, well, one fast hike and some B-roll later, I have made it back to the bridge where I wanted to start tonight's video. Yeah, standing still is not going to be a good thing either today, because the second you stand still, all these flies dive upon your hot and sweaty torso. So hopefully the next couple of fields up here on the right, on the east side of the river, it's got potential. The sun is kind of behind some clouds, which I wasn't expecting. It did say there wasn't going to be any clouds, just it was going to be clear skies. So they're not, but that's fine. That might help keep these little flies down a bit. I'll keep our fingers crossed. And this just proves to me, always bring a buff. Whether you think you need it or not, going light or not, a buff weighs nothing. I have a proper head net as well for midgies and mozzies and everything, and maybe I should have bought that too. Right, let's try and get to the next field and spend a few minutes having a look with the binoculars and try and keep these flies off. Right, well, it took 35 minutes to get from bridge to bridge and back up to the bridge that I wanted to cross at. It is now 7:20 and I'm positioned where I saw the barn owls. I think it was COVID year. I think it was in the summer of 2020 or the spring of 2020 when we were allowed to exercise. This was where I was coming to exercise for an hour a day, and this is where I saw the barn owls. There's nothing to say they're going to be here again. I think they were nesting. In a dead tree over by the farm. It was either in the barn next to it or the tree that was on the land. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, it was private land. Couldn't get in to find out. But I noticed that the field that side and the field this side were two of the fields that they were hunting. At night there was a pair of them, so I'm gonna stay still if I can without being eaten, get the binoculars out and have a bit of a scan around, see what's going on. In fact, I just missed something white diving into the grass. Could this be a really lucky day for me? Probably not. Now that I've taken my glasses off. But as I was showing you, this using a walking stick, a tall walking stick, and then spreading your legs, getting to the right height, and then using yourself as the tripod, you can get very stable vision, and hopefully with the camera as well, we'll get good stable footage. Well, now that the sun is beginning to go down behind those clouds as well, it's getting a bit cooler and the flies are now ceasing to eat me. Monopod's working well, just balancing it on the camera. Obviously, yeah, you have to be a bit careful with it, but I've got my hand wedged in there, so it's quite stable. And although I'm not sure video footage is going to be great, I think the photographs should be okay. Just got to make sure I'm nice and level. Right, time to sit and wait. Now I've just seen the barn owl fleeting just across the corner of that field. Now that could well be because it wants this field that I've moved to for its hunting ground. It may not like the field with the cows in as much. I literally just caught him kind of cutting the corner off and landing in the trees between. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, other than the flies here are mad. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they want this side of the trees. I'm trying to use logic a bit, that maybe the wildlife that the barn owls want doesn't run around the ground so much where the cows are maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to use a little bit of logic, thinking that this has not got the cows on it, a little bit less noise, etc. I could be wrong, it could be hunting in that field now I've spent half an hour standing and staring at. Don't know. What do I do? Well, the flies here are absolutely mad, and fun enough by the cows, not so much. Don't know. Back to the cow field. Well, other than that one fleeting glance, haven't seen them come back. I've moved back to the cow field. Problem is there's a lot of pigeons and a lot of doves around here. So when you see something white suddenly fly past, you think, oh, it's only really when it starts flying slow. It's only when you catch a glimpse of something flying slower than like a pigeon does that you realise it could well be that barn owl you're looking for. I was chatting to a lovely lady that's here with her son taking some photographs tonight, hoping to find the barn owls. They watched them yesterday night, I believe, and I did whistle for them. But I'm glad they didn't come back across again from the side that they were on, because I've not seen it again since. Hopefully they have. It'd be lovely if they have. And if you guys are watching this video and you did see them, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know if I was in the wrong field or not, which I probably am. The time is now 7:55, so I think it was 8:40. Oh, I thought I had them there. Sunset's at 8:40, I believe. So I've got like 45 minutes, thereabouts. The sun will drop behind those trees in the next 15-20 minutes, I'd say. And as long as it stays clear like this, we might be lucky and get the barn owl hunting. I don't know how lucky I'm going to be with the low light capabilities of this, which isn't great, but you know, you work with what you got and you'd be grateful for what you've got. I'll be back in a bit. Although it still looks fairly light on there, it's still looking fairly light on here. Got some gorgeous colour in the sky here, in these clouds. The light from the sun is catching the tips of these clouds. Are absolutely gorgeous. Oh no. And it's like, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. There you go. Well, at least I know I'm in the right spot. It's probably very shaky and I haven't got my glasses on, so that might not be in focus, but that's definitely the bar now. So I'm definitely, oh, definitely in the right spot. And maybe a few photos to catch as well. Did I catch him? And were they in focus? Ugh. No, not in focus at all. Although I caught him, just not in focus. But at least I know I'm in the right place. I'm glad I moved a bit further down from the corner. I nearly didn't, I nearly stayed where I was, but I moved round, just around another, 150 feet maybe, thinking that if he ends up in the trees here, at least I've got a bit of a side angle to photograph him from. Now the question is, he wasn't using the whole of this field. He came over the corner again, and then into those trees, and then over the trees, and I'm assuming into the next field. And this is the question I have. What field should I sit in and wait for? This field has been beneficial because it's given me somewhere to lean my stick against. That field doesn't have one. But if I know that's where they're going to be, I'm going to come with my tripod and my chair. Well, my rotating stool. But that's the question. Which field? Because I can't keep an eye on them both. And that was about 40 minutes between seeing him the first time and then seeing him the second time. So is it a half hour to 40-minute circular cycle of hunting? Do I wait another 40 minutes? I mean, it'll be dark by then. I have brought my night vision with me, my Equinox X650. And he's definitely hunting here. Literally filming him as we speak in this field. He came really close just now, and I suddenly realised I only freaking filmed half of that. Damn it, I thought I was filming. He came really quite close here, did a little bit of a handbrake turn and back off again, and I thought I was filming. In fact, when I was talking to you saying I'm filming right now, I suddenly thought, why is it not focusing on him? Then I realised it's because it wasn't filming. But I did get that last bit of filming, hopefully. Photograph, 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 photograph. Out of focus, out of focus, out of focus. I don't think any of these are in focus, no. But hopefully this video footage that I did get to take, there's a little bit, maybe 10 seconds of it. Hopefully it's in focus. It was so close this side, so close, and I wasn't filming. I thought I was filming him flying across and realised that it wasn't. So all you got is the last 10 seconds of it. But at least I know I am in the right spot. Hopefully he'll come back along this way and I will be ready. Keep my eyes peeled because I'm hoping I've got just enough light to get a fourth showing, I guess, of the barn owl, and hopefully I can film it. I've looked at my photos, none of them are in focus, but I shall show you them anyway. And it just goes to show that don't always get everything we want, don't always get everything in focus. Okay, I'm on a bit of a mixed system here. It's not the fastest, it's not the most in focus, doesn't have active tracking, doesn't have animal track, eye focus. Maybe it's time to upgrade. I'm just not sure how much I'd gain for the extra £2,500–3,000. And then if I did change, maybe it's time to change from Canon over to Nikon. It seems to be a better selection, and I think more bang for your buck. And they've got a couple of really nice lightweight lenses. This is Sigma Sport. It's made of metal or aluminium. I think it's aluminium, but it weighs like 2.1 kilos. And then the extra tripod piece, then the cage on the ESR, then the ESR itself. It all weighs a fair bit. Maybe move over to the Olympus OM1 system, small, lightweight, crop sensor, and I think the new ones have got quite good low light capability too. Maybe that's the solution. But for now, we make do with what we've got, and we're grateful for it. Right, so hopefully another 15 minutes you should be back. Right, literally sunset on the dot 8:40. I think it was 8:40 sunset. Let me double check. No, completely wrong. I'm always wrong with my sunsets. Sunset, it was 8:22. I missed it. But, you know, it's not that sunsetty quite yet. Hopefully we'll get another show while it's still kind of light enough. I think that the night vision will work. I just think that it's too far away for it to be of any good footage wise. So hopefully we've got enough light for one more circuit of barn owl. I'm hungry, thirsty, headache, means I'm dehydrated. Didn't bring anything with me, no drink, no food, which is unlike me. I was trying to go light and thought, oh, we'll only be out a few hours, but I've got a good 40-minute walk back down the river, over the bridge, back up the river in the dark. It's a good job I love the dark. The dark is where the crazies are. All the birdies are settling down. They're all making their noises. I really don't think I've got much left light-wise to film, but we'll wait, we'll see. We'll give it a go. Right, and the time is 9:22, and I'm going to call it a day. Or call it a night. It's too dark for me to see a barn owl that I could then find with the night vision, but strangely enough, I was just thinking about this as the exact problem tonight. Now it's gotten too dark. I could just about make out the cows lying down, and I thought I'll do a little bit of night vision of the cows lying down and then head home. And as I was filming the cows lying down, the barn owl flew along behind them. So I have got some footage of that. Again, don't know what it's going to be like until I get it home and get a proper look at it on the computer. But that is me done for the night. If you've liked today's video, give it a thumbs up please. And if you don't subscribe, I'd love you to. And also if you click the notification bell, it'll let you know next time one of my videos are out. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.